Let's have an overview of the parameters regarding the product, the service, and the contract. So the first part are the products group, and the products group will be used also for the rebate management that you will see later. So you can create usually a new group just by saying new, and then with the new you can give the text in French and English. So let us say test and test, and we say validate. And so you can also say for each group if it is discountable or not for the rebate that we will see later, the discount that we will see later. Then you have the adjustment type that we will use for the inventory. So you can make adjustment in inventory, but you need to have adjustment types. And in the adjustment types, for example, you can say that you buy something. So the quantity that you will put will be adding to the inventory. If it is stolen, it will be subtract. So you can create as many adjustment types that you want that we will use in the inventory management later. So now you can have here some parameters that are by default that we will use, but for doing this you need to have create a couple of products. So for example, for the NSF fees, you need to have to tell us which product that we need to use to make the invoice for the NSF fee, and so sending the information to the accounting later. Same for the cancellation fee, for the card printing fee, discount product, and RFID card fee. So you can also say if you accept the contract hold off, you can say if it is mandatory to sell a product to have a hold off. You can see what are the contract status, but you cannot change this status. That is something that is managed by E4Soft. So you can also say which contract we need to sign, to send, to use for the contract, the note in the contract, the training info, or the info member. In the contract note, you can say which contract, but you cannot create a new one. If you need to have a new one, you need to ask E4Soft to create that new one. So you can also say what are the contract. For the contract groups, you can say which type we need to sign for. In the ski resort, if we send a group, if somebody is signing for a group, we can send the contract and you can add the notes. You can say also which contract we need to use. And then you have the printing ticket program, and then you can create all these tickets, and you have a language that you can use to create the tickets. You can manage the membership wizard. So you have a lot of information here that you can manage to say how you want to manage the membership wizard. You can create age groups. So you can say a child is between 6 and 12, a general is 1364, the senior is 65 to 100, and the teeny tiger is 0 to 5. So you can also define all the holidays that you have if you want that the system react differently in these days. And you can also work with the image card. If you print the card by the system, you can add an image that will be printed on the card. And you can also say whenever a membership becomes inactive or historical. So by default, somebody that has a new membership the membership will always be active, but if that member will be active or not depends on if you have access control that he comes in at least within 120 days, he is active. Afterward, he will be inactive. And also, the contract becomes expired at the end of the contract or the membership or the seasonal pass. but you can say it falls as historical after so many days that the contract is expired. That is here 600, for example. And then you can also configure the back of a card if you want, so that you say you can say the image for the front of the card, and you can have text on the back on the card. So that is for the parameters for the product, service, and contract.